on distances to see if his sled is going to be set. I'm bringing up Dalton Henry out of Norfolk, Nebraska with the pure pressure. He'll be the test puller. The test puller in every class, they have the option of keeping it or turning that hook down. So once Ron's official, he'll let you all know if Mr. Carroll is going to keep that or not. But pure pressure, turbine powered, twin turbines over there, and our light limited modified class on the grandstand side. Very, very popular class with the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. And this class is really starting to grow. And what's fun to watch about it, all the different engine combinations. Ron, what do you got, sir?
263.21 for Chad Carroll. He's going to keep the hook. Okay. 263.21.
Outstanding. So, Ron, talk about the turbines a little bit, if you don't mind. You know these better than I do.
Yeah, these are L11s. I think we have some single turbines here, do we not? Or we don't have any singles here. This is the L11 T-53 helicopter turbine. These came in Huey helicopters from the Vietnam War era.
Hey, shout out to Van Wall. Before I forget, they donated all the equipment you see out there on the track, as well as some of the skid steers back here. Van Wall out of Nevada, I believe, is what the gentleman told me to say. So, light limited mod. Dalton Henry, pure pressure, Norfolk, Nebraska. Hey, and if you have family back home and they want to watch, tell them to go to outlawpulling.tv. Good smooth pass, Ron, there. Had that front end high in the air. He'll have the option of keeping that or turning it down. We'll let you know here in a second. Your next competitor starting to fire up there, Ron.
Yeah, he's number 5 in the points right now, Jason, with that pure pressure twin turbine.
Ron just messaged points. If you win your Outlaw hook, you get 28 points. If you get second, you get 26, third, 25. So if you win, you get an extra point, and we keep track for the points. There's a nice points fund at the end of the year. So, Ron, coming up on your track, you have...
This is Mark Ulmer. Mark Ulmer out of Minnow, South Dakota.
I've heard of this guy.
You heard of him? I think I've heard of him, too.
He's been pulling forever.
Yeah.
He's one of them legends.
Before we were born or something
before we were born. Yeah. He was winning Grand National hooks before you and I were even thoughts. A gleam in our father's eye, as the saying.
Yeah, he's forgotten more about tractor pulling than you and I will ever know in our lifetimes. Mark Ulmer, a legend in the sport. This is a very tough alcohol-powered machine called Eleanor. Defending points champion. He's number 2 in the points right now, but this guy, he's got 5 wins on the season. Now, that's not just him driving. His son, Tyler, drives it as well, but 5 wins on the season so far. Actually has more wins than the points leader in the class right now. So he's having a good year. He missed a couple of hooks, and that hurt him in the points. So he's number 2 right now.
Any Mark Ulmer fans in the crowd? Raise your hand. Make some noise. Heck yeah. He is a living legend. Heck of a good guy. And he, like Ron said, he's forgotten more about tractor pulling than we'll ever learn. So no smoke. Got some alcohol. He's running that left to center line there as we look at him. Rock and roll, Mr. Ulmer. As you see, David Anderson and Captain Hook out of Green Top, Missouri, coming up over there on the grandstand side.
Des Moines, Iowa, let him hear you. Nice hook for Mark Ulmer. Doesn't get any better than that.
That was a picture-perfect Ulmer pass, Mr. Stone. If any of you fans have some extra money laying around, this tractor is for sale. David Anderson is selling Captain Hook, trailer, and truck as well. He's a former diesel superstock puller. Bought this for the kids. The kids are busy, and he said if anybody wants to buy it, it's for sale.
He told me if he sells it, he's going to go back and work on the diesel super and bring it back out.
That I want that to happen.
You want that? Twin injected big block Chevrolets burning VP methanol. You can buy this tractor, whichever set of tires that he has. He's got a couple sets, whichever set, and the hauler. Package deal for $200K.
That's it. David Anderson, Captain Hook.
Well, I don't know if you noticed what I noticed just now, Jason.
Motor.
The back motor is not running. He's got the header caps on the back motor. So he's geared for 2 motors. Something wrong with the back motor. That's why he didn't have any wheel speed. That's why he went,
but he's here, and he wanted to make a pass.
160 feet or so.
What'd you get for Omer down there, our new leader?
Mark Omer on this side went 379.07.
170.59 for David Anderson and Captain Hook. Like Ron said, that back motor's not working there. He'll fix that before you buy it, I promise.
The gearing, he's set up to run 2 motors, and obviously he's down 50% on horsepower, so not able to turn that big gear with that single engine.
And fans, pay attention to our big screen over here. We have a camera person from Outlaw Pulling TV at the starting line. We have Shelby up here in the announcer stand with Ron and I. Poor girl. There's not going to be enough therapy after spending with us. And Mackenzie Thieving down there on top of the Holganix Midwest trailer filming this.
But, Jason, did you notice that she has these earmuffs? She doesn't have to have those on. She just doesn't want to hear us up here yakking all day, I think.
Oh, I thought they talked to each other inside of there. So,
are they talking about us on there, you think?
I hope so. OutlawPulling.tv fans, we stream 99% of the polls so you can watch at home for only $39.95 a month. You can watch Outlaw Pulling. You can go back and watch other ones as well. Back to you, Mr. Stone.
Tom Scheffler at a Hancock, Iowa Case IH alcohol burner called Just for Fun. And he's got his work cut out for him. 379.07, the mark to beat Mark Ulmer in the top spot.
Ron, it just feels so good to be back here. This is, you and I get announced here every year together. I have a blast. We do our Tuesday night shows, but it's fun to kind of come up here and freewheel like this with you. I love announcing with you. I think you have one of the best voices in truck and tractor pulling. No George Hendrickson, though, back in the day. That was kind of my guy growing up. But
I hear you.
Very comparable.
No worries. No worries. No, I really enjoy doing our Tuesday night show here, too. It's always a blast.
Yeah. I tried doing my Monday night show up here last night, but it was a little windy, Ron. I had all my monitors set up, and a gust of wind came up, and it blew the Starlink off the barriers down there, and we did all that. So just means the world. I love the Iowa State Fair. Growing up in Iowa, it is. This is one of those summer traditions that you have to do. So glad the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pullers are back. This is year 3. I think you're after a couple-year hiatus while they were getting this new facility built. And again, shout out to the LOL Center. And thanks to Dave Nelson from the Outlaws, who organizes all this with the ITPA, Glenn Fries and the team, and Titan and everybody. It's just awesome. The pedal pull was back there today, Ron. We got a bunch of stuff posted on Facebook. Chandler got all that posted earlier. So we are excited to be here with all of you.
Well, not looking good here for Tom Scheffler right off the bat. He's broke. So they're calling a pull-off. So we're going to go Allison Aircraft Engine on your side, Jason.
Mr. Gage Ott, he's currently second in the points. 7 points behind Frequent Flyer, his brother. So we're going to see Gage. Gage is riding both of them today. Warhawk and Frequent Flyer.
Oh, Blake must be working back at the shop.
He got a job. He's all grown up now. So
now the sound you're about to hear,
awesome.
when he gets this thing fired up is if you were a fighter pilot for the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force in World War II, this is not the sound you wanted to hear behind you.
Because you know you're about to have a bad day. Allison Engine Aircraft, everybody. Gage Ott, the Warhawk. This thing is awesome. Make some noise, Iowa State Fair. Yeah, buddy. Gage Ott laid one out there. Got ourselves a new leader, 317.55. 317.55 just showed why he's second in the points. Dalton Henry now in second with the peer pressure. Coming up next on my track, the grandstand side, Wes Sievers running rowdy. Got himself a 4.1 or a limited pro stock motor that we're going to see in our limited pro stocks later, but he's got it in a modified. Been one of the most talked about tractors, and what a rookie season he's having, Ron.
Yeah, he's just coming off a win last Friday. He won up in West Point, Nebraska.
Yeah, awesome.
Had an awesome win up there. and really had that frame torqued up. Now, interestingly enough, the tractor that just went down the track, the engine on that tractor used to sit on this chassis. This is the old Warhawk chassis right here.
I love it. I love it. You're going to blow some black smoke, Ron?
Yeah, Demon Be Gone from Nemaha, Iowa, Lyle Ronk. Now, I always ask Lyle because this thing's still possessed. He's still having some problems with it. I always ask him, you got that thing exorcised yet? You done an exorcism on it? Because there's still a demon in there somewhere, some gremlins giving him some trouble, but I think he's getting closer. Got to beat 379.07. Diesel burner. Demon Be Gone.
Won't quite go upstairs, Ron. Got to get to that 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 RPM range for this thing to light. Do you know how many turbos he has on this setup?
I'm not sure.
Probably three. Kind of sounds like three to me. Yep. 2-stage. Probably got one charger shooting into two bigger ones up on top. But see that sometimes the water will come on a little bit earlier, fans.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And they got to build that heat. They got to get enough RPMs to get those top two turbos spinning. So every puller gets 2 attempts to go past the 100-foot mark here. Watch that big screen. We have a wireless camera roving around the starting line. That's something we're really proud of about pulling TV, so people can watch that at home as well as you fans as well. So, come on, light that John Deere Stone.
Bring it up. Build the heat. Build some heat. Let her eat. Lyle Ronk. Demon Be Gone.
Can I say it? Doggone it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because whenever I hear Ron Stone say doggone it, it's a nice way of saying, well, that sucks. Wes Sievers, I was telling you about this running rowdy diesel power plant. So this would be a similar motor, right, Ron? Like we're going to see in our limited pro stocks a little bit.
International DT 466. One turbocharger, 4.1 inches on the intake side. It's a 4.1 motor. It's a limited pro stock motor sitting on a light modified chassis.
So tough luck for Demon Be Gone. It's still possessed.
Yeah, give Lyle Ronk a round of applause. Doggone it, he did not want to come to the Iowa State Fair and have the old Demon Be Gone act up on him again. I thought he was getting closer. Last couple hooks, he was getting pretty close.
Pay attention, fans. Have you ever seen a diesel motor in a modified? I only ever seen it in Europe before this. We are lucky with the Outlaws. We get to see it all the time. Wes Sievers running rowdy out of Wayne, Nebraska. What do you think of that Iowa State Fair? That's something you don't see every day, Ronald.
Well, I like it. He got off on the left side there. I don't know. I'm not sure if he intended to go left, but he did go left. Not sure if that was the line he was shooting for.
294.13, 294.13 for Wes Sievers. Going to slide him into the third spot. Gage Ott, the Warhawks, sitting number 1. Dalton Henry, pure pressure, number 2 at 299. Wes Sievers out of Wayne, Nebraska, sitting in third right now at 294.13. I'm going to have Gage Ott up next with the frequent flyer. Currently first in the points. And that, so Hawkeye Hooker.
Current points leader in this light super stock ag class, Jeremy Paulson, has 9 top 3 finishes, 2 wins on the season, and he's currently number 1. John Deere out of Schleswig, Iowa, Jeremy Paulson, the Hawkeye Hooker. Now, some of you might be wondering, how come he didn't just go knock that tire down?
Because objects in motion will stay in motion unless there's something like a wall
acted upon by some outside force.
I saw him pounding on that right brake.
Yeah, he was.
At 100 feet as hard as he could. I'm telling you, fans, when that tractor wants to go left sometimes, it doesn't want to stop. So the tire's good. Kurt Van Beek can go change his shorts, and life is good. Mackenzie, can you zoom in on that? You in on the tire? Or they already got it in the back of the Ranger down there. So we got the replay going up there. Kaya will put that in slow motion for you guys watching on the big screen. Watch his right foot. He is pounding on that right foot, trying to slow that right tire down to bring that around there.
Need a telehandler on the pit side track. Telehandler on the pit side track. Now, that's not the first time that Paulson's tractor, the Hawkeye Hooker, has lost a front wheel. Hoob can recall. Hoob, can you hear me?
Hoob. Hey, Netherlands. Look up here, Netherlands.
He doesn't want to talk about it. It happened to him in Warrensburg.
Yeah,
This is Remy.
Yeah, let's talk about it. What did you do to that tractor? What did you do?
He broke the other side, though. In his defense, he broke the other one off in Warrensburg.
Lightweight tractors, right? Making all the weight.
Yeah,
Jeremy, I got a tire for sale. I got a tire and a rim for sale. Real cheap.
Polished
aluminum wheels. We'll put it on an installment plan, buddy.
Funny, it matches the other side there.
It does, yeah. Hey, guys, let's give the Hawkeye Hooker a big Iowa State round of applause. He tried everything he could to keep that thing in bounds.
He went 237.98 feet, 237.98. He'll be in third for right now.
Here is your current points leader in our light mid-modified class, Frequent Flyer. The Ott brothers are 1 and 2 right now with Frequent Flyer and the Warhawk in points. The second place tractor in points is currently in the lead that Gage drove. Then you saw Gage go running back there to jump in the Frequent Flyer because his brother Blake is not here today. So out of Norfolk, Nebraska, another one of those awesome sounding Allisons here at the Iowa State Fair. 317.55 is the distance to beat. Woo! Now, Ron, I feel like Warhawk got down to the right a little bit more, and he was able to keep the Frequent Flyer a little more straight. I would agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, he kept it in the middle of the track. I think it kind of went to the right on him. I don't think he planned on the Warhawk going to the right, but it did. And in Wes Severs, I honestly don't think he planned to go left, but it went left on him.
And we have ourselves a new leader. Frequent Flyer shows-wise, it's a points leader right now. Just put 6 feet on top of Warhawk, 323.37 right now. So Frequent Flyer's in the lead at 323. Warhawk's in second right now at 317. Kaya just put the leaderboard up there on the big screen for you, which is awesome to see for those watching home. For those of you, Pure Pressure sitting in the third spot right now. So
tough running John Deere out of Carrollton, Missouri here, coming off a win Saturday in Macon, Missouri. He had one heck of a pass down there.
When you said making enough weight on the front of this thing, it's going to be unbeatable.
Yeah, it is unbelievable right now. Here comes 6 wins on the season for Corey Schluter, the barn burner. Went right on him, got it corrected, slung the sled over into the chalk a little bit, but that's fine.
Correct.
We'll get that distance here. I don't think he got past Omer. 358.91 puts him in the number 2 spot. 358.
You can, fans, if you look down the track right now before they clean that up, you can see how close he got to the right side there. You know, he easily lost 10, 15 feet, Ron, in distance pounding on the brake like that to keep that straight. But what an awesome pass. What an awesome pass. You can see it up there on the big screen. Got real close to that right lane, so he'd have been pounding on that left brake, trying to slow that left tire down so that right tire could work. But so much horsepower on, and those tires get hooked up to the track. Everybody always says, how did you drive that thing out of bounds? No, they just sometimes have a mind of their own. So
yeah, sometimes you can mash on that brake, and it doesn't make a lot of difference. You know, if that opposite side tire has a really good bite on the track, it just pulls you right over there.
And again, one of the reasons I love this light limited mod class with the Outlaws, Ron. Next coming up, the tank, the Patriot tank motor in here. How many cubic inches?
1,100 cubic inch V8 awesome. Engine, Ford motor, Ford V8, 60-degree V8. So it's a real narrow V. And they did that because originally they designed a V12 for aircraft. They didn't get the contract from the government. So Ford cut 4 cylinders off and marketed it to the engineers building the Sherman tank, and they got the contract. This is an engine out of a Sherman tank.
How cool is
from
that?
World War II.
Allison's, and we got the Sherman tanks. It's like a history lesson, Ron.
1,100, a lot of technology for the time in this motor, too. 1,100 cubic inches. It made 500 horsepower back in like 1943, so you can imagine what it's making now with twin turbos.
Garrett Geiger, the Patriot out of Allen, Nebraska. Look up there on the big screen. We have our wireless camera up close with the motor. Pretty cool to see. 323 is the distance to beat. The Frequent Flyer's in the lead.
That's another one, Jason. I think once they get it all figured out, this is the first year on it, I think it's going to be tough to beat.
First time I saw this would have been Rock Valley, Ron, I believe, and they had some issues with some ignition, I think. So this is so awesome to see. Ron, today's story, he or she who keeps their pulley vehicle straight will win the class.
There you go. There you
right?
go.
Ulmer, picture perfect. 2
Straight.
feet off the ground straight. Barn Buddy,
not so much.
Perfectly straight. But Barn Buddy, points leader, right? Got sucked off to the right a little bit, and you sad to see him get on that brake. So 298.73. 298.73. So there's your leaderboard up there on the big screen for just a second there. Thank you for doing that, Kaya. We're trying to add awesome graphics to outlawpulling.tv. We got a cool flame thing we play as well, so super excited for that. So here we go. Gage Ott continues to lead Frequent Flyer at 323. Gage Ott, you're in second at 317.55 with the Warhawk. Third place right now belongs to Dalton Henry with Pure Pressure at 299. Then we're going to move to Garrett Geiger, our last place, or our last competitor. The Patriots in fourth at 298. And Wes Severs is in fifth right now with Dalton Henry, double overtime coming up next. So, Ron, I'm pretty sure this is the old Malfunction Junction tractor owned by the Moore family out of Ladora, Iowa.
Greg,
they sold it. Yeah.
Out of Oskaloosa, Iowa, 656 International. Got to be 379.07.
Now, that is a sound that's
good.
expensive. I know that sound. I did that last year on my tractor. There's some transmission gears that said no mas.
Yeah, transmission
which is
gear.
Spanish
Transmitter
for
said,
no more.
I'm done.
So this is
Take me
Craig
back
Holt.
to the house.
This is an ECI, East Central Iowa tractor coming to pull here at the State Fair with the Outlaws. 410 cubic inch, single 3x4. New tractor to him in 23. It was previously owned by the Moore family of Ladora, Iowa, known as the Malfunction Junction.
I remember that tractor.
And that tractor is currently leading the ECI points. And that's what's neat about the State Fair, Ron. We get a lot of pullers that normally don't pull with us because they want to pull at the fair.
At the Iowa
it's
State
awesome.
Fair. Yep.
It is awesome.
He went 146.26 officially.
Craig, we're sorry.
146.26.
We're sorry, Craig. Craig can't hear us right now, but that is the old Malfunction Junction. Beautiful tractor. Ron, Dalton Henry, double overtime. I love this tractor.
Twin Chevy LS, 6-liter LS motors. Heavily modified. Twin turbos on each motor. This thing screams.
How many RPMs do you think? Like 10,000?
Maybe 9.
9?
I'm not sure if he's turning them. Maybe he's turning 10. He could be. Our Pro Stock pickups.
We're the announcers. We can say what we want.
Yeah, well, he's turning 11 then. 11. He
could
be.
Fact checkers, right?
These LS motors are tough. They're tough engines. Come into a Chevrolet pickup, 6-liter LS motors, 3/4 ton Chevy pickups, and Suburbans. These might be motors out of somebody's soccer mom's grocery getter.
Dalton Henry, Norfolk, Nebraska. Did you see that little extra blow-by out the bottom?
Yeah,
of
he
that
blows
tractor?
a lot of nasty green stuff out the bottom. He does, for sure.
It's like he blew its nose. Mike Hott, we need you to move your Case IH DMX. Mike Hott, you're blocking the scale area. We just need you to pull your tractor ahead, please. Guys, keep an eye on that. Please, please, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The suspense is killing me over there.
313.96. 313.96. So that's going to put him in second spot, about 2 inches, Ron. in front of Gage Ott. But Gage Ott's going to win today with the frequent flyer, our points leader, Ron.
Chuck Schluter popped the turbo the other night in Macon, Saturday night. Got it back together. Here comes the barn buddy out of Carrollton, Missouri.
White smoke don't mean it's broke unless it is. Come on, get on top. You know the one thing about our light superstock egg class, Ron, it's you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, he just broke it Saturday night. I think he busted a turbocharger the other night.
I felt like it jumped out of gear there. I didn't hear it.
It could have.
Clink
Yeah, I don't hear any clunk, clunk, clunk when it was still rolling.
Gage Ott, when you get time, we're going to interview you, buddy, in front of the Case IH Winner's Circle here at the Iowa State Fair. Please head up to the announcer stand. Gage Ott, congratulations. So I'm going to read off Ron real quick while we find out what's going on with Mr. Schluter. Congratulations to Gage Ott with the frequent flyer, who is currently first in the points. You can also check the points, fans. Download the Outlaw Pulling app, and then go get yourself a Coltrane energy drink.
I could use one of those.
Do you want
Coltrane Energy?
Hey, Trey.
Do they deliver?
Hey, Trey, how do you hook up an announcer with the Coltrane energy drink? You know a guy? You want to throw one at me? Seriously, fans, if you're thirsty, the Coltrane energy drinks are the way to go.
I think if he could get a can of that to us, if he threw it like that, I think the Iowa State football team would be looking for him.
Yeah, I know, Trey. And Kurt would make him sign a waiver in case it hit our luck, it would hit somebody we actually like, Ron. Like Shelby.
We don't want to hit Shelby. I'd catch it.
Yeah, we'd catch it, Shelby.
We'd protect you.
Gage Ott going to be your winner with the frequent flyer at 323. Dalton Henry, a double overtime. Our last puller is going to go number 2 at 313.96. Gage Ott with the Warhawks going to go third at 317.55. Fourth place is going to go to Dalton Henry with Pure Pressure at 299.01. Garrett Geiger is going to go fifth at 298 with the Patriot. 6 is going to go to Wes Severs at 294. The Runnin' Rowdy, that was the diesel. David Anderson with one of the two motors running is going to finish in last place today at 170.59 in our light limited modified class.
Give Chuck Schluter a round of applause. Tough break for him. He broke the tractor the last 2 times he's had it out. But that's tractor pulling, and Jason, you know that as a puller. You know, it's not if, it's when. You're going to break. You're going to have a bad showing, and usually at your hometown pull a lot of times.
Yeah, last year, Dad was driving my tractor, and we didn't have the guillotine, the zip tie tight. So I changed turbos, and I drove it to Wisner, Nebraska, and puked everything out. All of it. There was nothing left.
Oh, yes, I remember that. That made the highlight reel, the low light reels, however you want to put it. But, yeah, that wasn't good. You had the little runaway and the big ball of fire, and, yeah.
Everybody always says, where's your tractor this year, Jason? Well, I said when we tore the block apart, or when we took the sleeves out, the block actually crumbled.
There's parts of it still in Wisner.
Yes, there
on
is.
the side of the track there, I think.
Everybody loves Wisner but me. I mean, it'll always be special to me, Ron, like $100,000 gone special. Bye-bye. But you know what? It's tractor pulling.
It is. It happens, and it's expected, and you have to expect it as part of the game. It's all part of the sport.
So we're going to jump into our light limited pro stock 8,500-pound class. 21 awesome running tractors here today. Brent England running late, Diagonal, Iowa. Neighbors with Triangle, Iowa. I was trying to make a joke, but wasn't very good. So here we go. Test puller running late, 8,500 light limited pros. The Outlaw sled, Ron, it's got the set on perfect. And that's a brand new sled for us this year.
Yes, it is.
If you haven't seen it there, you see the Outlaw on there, the Farmall 100 years. That's why we had the Black Knight and Sam Kelly's beautiful 1086 out there at the start of the show.
Yeah, they brought that tractor in specifically for the 100-year anniversary of the Farmall company, Farmall by Case IH. We're going to talk about that contest here in a little bit as well. A couple of contests going on with Case IH and the Outlaws.
Ron, if you're Brett England with 21 in the class, 299.396, you keeping that or turning that down, Ron? What are you doing?
I'm probably just going to keep it.
Okay, tell me why.
History of the track, the short history of the track. We know that early hooks usually do better.
Now, we know already, though, that this is the best Iowa State Fair track we've ever seen.
In the last 3 years, this is the best.
Because the old track was known for just hard and old racetrack and didn't take any horsepower. The first year, this was brand new dirt, Remember, we were piling up dirt high, and we all
sand,
said they're going to figure this out. Dave Nelson, the big stud that he is, was on WHO radio earlier, and I heard him talking like he knew what he was talking about. It was kind of funny, actually. And
he does that, though, you know.
They talked about sowing rye down and different things like that, and it was a hoot to hear all that. But this is a good track. What's wrong?
He's calling me in my ear right
is he
now.
Really?
I'm in trouble.
Did he say fire Schultz? It's going to be okay. Back to you, Mr. Stone.
All right. Everybody up against the concrete barrier on this pit side need to be backed up 5 feet from the barrier. On the pit side, 5 feet from the barrier. Jim Scheffler, too much fun out of Hancock, Iowa. Boy, when that box tops out on the rock, boy, it hits hard. Jim Scheffler, Alki Vernon, Case H. 263.78 feet. 263.78.
So you know what I love? Kevin Davis, the Wayne, Nebraska promoter, who's back in Arizona, just texted me and he said I read the lineup wrong, that Dalton Henry was second, and I got to check my notes. I think I wrote it down wrong. I'm going to go see the great Lori Bauer here. I think I wrote down the distances wrong for our light limited mod.
We could probably just check the Outlaw Pulling app.
You know what?
You know
I'm going to go to the App Store right now, and I'm going to download the Outlaw Pulling app, Ron.
I'm going to look it up here.
You know, hi, Kevin Davis back in Arizona. I hope it's 172 down there today, and your air conditioner quit working.
But it's a dry heat. You know, they always say it's a dry heat, yeah.
So Cody Vanderholm's over there taking pictures. He just texted me and said that Diagonal, Iowa is the only town that he knows of that has a dedicated pulling track right in the middle of the city park. So
they have a big deal there. It's kind of a big deal to pull in Diagonal. It's always a big deal there.
Vanderholm Media here today taking pictures for the Outlaws and himself. Check out Vanderholm Media on the Facebook and the Instagram, TikTok.
Hey, I've got two more left over here. The Demon Be Gone is coming back. The Demon Be Gone will come back. He didn't break 100 foot. So next one, we're going to bring up the Cockshut over here. You've got the all new and improved Dark Horse over there.
You take care of this. I'm going to try to correct my mistake. Go ahead. If you don't mind.
James Adams, Dannebrog, Nebraska. Case IH called the Dark Horse.
Okay, so Brent England's feeling good so far about his choice to keep that hook. Right, Ron? Because he was $2.99. I don't think that's $2.99. So I was wrong. So Gage Ott wins at 323.77. Gage Ott is second with the Warhawk at 317.55. Dalton Henry was third at 313.96. I wrote down 317.96. I apologize, Gage. Fourth is going to go to Dalton Henry at Pure Pressure at 299.61. Garrett Geiger and the Patriot, 298. Running Rowdy, 294. Captain Hook, 170. So thank you, Kevin Davis, the awesome Wayne, Nebraska promoter. That's our new leaderboard. That's sweet.
All right, another Cockshut here. Coming out of Clarence, Missouri. This is E.W. Carroll. Salt River Savage coming up.
Gage Ott, I want to interview you, stud. Come on up to the announcer stand. Gage Ott.
Yes, sir. The Salt River Savage out of Clarence, Missouri. E.W. Carroll behind the wheel. 305.04 feet. 305.04. That'll put him in the number 3 spot for right now. It's number 3.
All right, over here on my light limited pro stocks, Ron, I got Brent England Our leader out there at 299.396. James Adam, Dark Horse, just went second at 274.98. Coming up next, one of our ECI, East Central Iowa tractors. Glad to have them come to the fair and participate with the Outlaws. A minor disturbance out of Washington, Iowa, Blake Arnold. Blake and his dad, Brian, take turns driving. Brian farms by Scioto, Illinois, and he's currently 11th place in the 8,500 466 limited pro stock class with the East Central Iowa. Great. That's what makes the Iowa State Fair special. All the associations, they want to come pull with the Outlaws at the big one in Des Moines, Iowa at the Iowa State Fair. 21 tough tractors in this class. Ron and I made our picks at fullpull.us. You guys can do the same thing. Win some cash. Go get yourself a Coltrane energy drink. Enjoy your day. We got Schaefer back there as well as our sponsor. Got Holganics Midwest over here. The Titan Young Guns are here. Blake Arnold. Any John Deere fans here? Any John Deere fans? Make some noise. Raise your hands. Minor disturbance. Washington, Iowa. Blake Arnold. John Deere 4850. Good run for the John Deere. Taking a run at that 299.396. I'll get you Blake's distance here in just a second. 298.753. 298.753. About 6 inches out of first place. About 6 inches out of first place right now. 21 tough competitors.
We're going to give the old demon be gone one more shot here. Lyle Ronk. They went back and twisted some screws or something. They're ready to go. Sure. Bring me one at least. Lyle Ronk, he's going to be the last puller here in this light superstock ag class right now. Mark Ulmer. And Eleanor is top dog. He's number one at 379.07. Well, he's getting closer. Not quite just yet. That thing's still got some gremlins they got to work out. Hmm. 257.13 feet, 257.13. We're sending Jason down with the winner of the modified tractor class, the light modifieds. He's going to go talk to Gage Ott over there. I think he went 1 and 2 actually in the class.
Yes, he was. So Gage Ott, let's give Gage Ott a big round of applause, everybody. Now, if you follow the Outlaws in a light limited mod class, Gage said to me, but I won on the wrong tractor. What did you mean by that, Gage?
My brother's a school teacher, and the first day back with the kids was today, so he didn't think he was going to be able to make it over.
So Nebraska goes to school longer, or is that because they try to get as smart as the Iowa kids, or what?
That must be, yeah.
You think so? I'm just having fun with your dad will kick my butt, won't he, if I make too much fun of you guys?
Oh.
So what does it mean pulling at the Iowa State Fair in front of a big grandstand like this?
This is awesome. All the people here and the facility and everything amazing. This track is second to none. It's one of the best we pulled on all year. That was everything I had on those tractors to keep the front end down, and that's a good track right there.
Anybody got a question for Gage Ott? Run down here and tell me quick, and we'll ask him kind of like a Q&A. We have our Case IH banner. We're going to have you sign that. Every Outlaw event, every winner signs a Case IH banner. You've signed this a couple times this year, and then we give this to one lucky fan. So let's give a big Iowa State Fair round of applause to Gage Ott. So are you driving the tractors in Wisner as well, or?
I think that's how it should work. Whoever wins on them gets to drive them. Yeah. But
Blake, if you're watching on Outlaw Pulling TV, your brother's driving. So again, congratulations, Gage.
Jason, just stay over there. We're going to send Mark Ulmer over there to you. as well. He just won the light super stock ag class.
Hey, Omer, be careful getting over that wall. You're old. I don't want anything to happen to
We'll
you.
have him walk around the end.
Okay, that's better that way. You saw Gage and I just scale that jersey barrier.
I'm sure it was graceful, I'm sure. Green Tsunami, Jim Young out of Bradford, Illinois. $299.39 the mark to beat Brett England and running late leading.
Omer, watch out. Don't get run over, Omer.
285.16 for Jim Young for Bradford, Illinois on the Green Tsunami.
Hey, Ron, I'm close to that Coltrane energy drink stand. You want me to grab you one?
You are. Can you grab me one, buddy? I'd appreciate it.
Mark Omer, everybody. How many people have been watching this guy forever? And when I say forever, Omer, I mean it. Like, you've been pulling for a long time, buddy.
Yeah, since 1973.
I was born in 75, Mark.
I feel bad for you.
It was a good year. It was a good year.
I graduated that year.
You did. That's awesome.
Well, they told me not to come back.
They told you not to come back? Yeah, I understand.
I put my 18 years in. So,
hey, how long you been pulling at the Iowa State Fair, Mark?
boy, we pulled back in the 70s with the modified here. And so long time. Yeah.
Did anybody here watch Ulmer in the 70s on the modified? Oh, a couple of those guys up there. We should get a group picture with all you legends.
Yeah. That'd be neat. Yep.
You guys come down here. We're going to take a picture with Ulmer. I got a photographer right here. Yeah. Mark, picture perfect pass. I call that the Ulmer pass. Your tractor, old Eleanor, just picks that front end up and gone.
Yes, it does. I don't know. It just does that. I haven't figured out how, but it's really fun to drive and really fun to ride.
It is. Yep. Anybody, do you see any of your friends up here? Do you want to say hi to anybody? Or
they're all my friends.
They're all your friends. Does everybody else love Mark Ulmer as much as he loves you? Oh, look at that, Mark.
How can't you call them your friends when they come out here, this nice facility, back to the Iowa State Fair, and pulling it? You can't get any better than this.
Send him a Facebook friend request. He can have up to 5,000 Facebook friends, right? And then they have to follow you. So, again, congratulations, Mr. Ulmer. Get those guys down here. Seriously. If you watched Ulmer pull here in the 70s, come on down. We're going to get a picture. I mean it. You can't? Don't be all shy on me now. Okay, they're being shy, Ulmer. All right, Mark, sign the Case IH banner. And then we'll see you in Wisner, Nebraska, sir.
I hope so. Yeah, we plan on. We might even get the weapon going. I got the crankshaft yesterday. So I got to get home tonight and start putting it back together. So maybe Saturday we'll have the weapon down there too.
Thunder by the river. Again, congratulations, everybody. Let's give Mark a big round of applause. He's signing the Case IH banner.
Yeah, top five in the class there. Jason, top five, your number 5 tractor, Chad Carroll, the Levy Leaper. Number 4 is Jim Scheffler with Too Much Fun. Number 3 was E.W. Carroll with the Salt River Savage. Number 2, Corey Schluter and the Barn Burner. And number 1, of course, Mark Ulmer with Eleanor. Light Limited Pro Stock, Tim Dunclaw. Wait a minute. All right, Tasmanian Deer. Tim Dunclaw on deck. Tasmanian Deer out of Greeley, Iowa. Curtis Jensen. Curtis Jensen drifts off to the right side here. Comes out of Greeley, Iowa. John Deere called the Tasmanian Deer.
Yeah, that's one of our ECI tractors as well, Ron. So, man, this track, Ron, is good. This is a good pulling track here at the Iowa State Fair. Shout out to Glenn Rees and everybody. Shout out to Van Wall for donating all this equipment. I got myself a Coltrane energy drink. Is that Wayne Longnecker? Is that Wayne Longnecker in there? That looks like Longnecker.
Curtis Jensen just took the lead over there,
really?
Jason. 307.27. The Tasmanian Deer moves into the lead.
Hey, Ron, I got myself a Coltrane energy drink.
You got two of them there.
You got the owner of
I got the owner up here.
It's like it's meant to be.
He was going to bring me a whole case if he didn't bring me one back.
Well, I know a guy.
Pro Stock four-wheel drive. 485 cubic inch limit, 6,200 pounds on DOT street tires. They're making about 1,100 horsepower on racing gasoline and a single carburetor. A lot of these trucks in this class will turn upwards of 10,000 RPM. Dave Walters, the Tater Wagon 2 out of Villisca, Iowa, coming up first here. Chevrolet, the engines and sheet metal must match in this class. So if you're looking at a Chevy, it's Chevrolet powered. A little dry spot out there. Seen it kick up a little bit of dust.
Kicking up a little dust.
Hey, speaking of Coltrane Energy, we have Mr. Coltrane
Mr.
right
Ryan
here.
Loganville.
Ryan Loganville from Syracuse, Missouri. Tell us about Coltrane Energy, buddy.
Yeah, we're a new energy drink. We just kind of popped on the market about 5 months ago. We're based out of Missouri, so we're 100% made in the Midwest. We've partnered up with the Outlaws. We've been traveling around with them all summer. It's been a great experience. So we're just here tonight. We got a booth on each on the side of the grandstands, also behind the grandstands. We're selling them, just trying to get the word out there about the new drink. You can order them on Coltrane.com. We have 3 more flavors coming out. We have our original flavor is we're calling number 2 diesel. And we have 3 more flavors. It's called a peach is kerosene, a dyed diesel is watermelon, and we also have a biodiesel, which is sugar-free.
You guys are like, was it you and a couple friends? You were in the trucking business, agriculture, construction, energy drink. How did you make that jump? How'd that happen?
We had a big trucking company, and we also did utility construction. We sold all that, and we started an energy drink. And so that's kind of where we are now.
Tim Dunclaw out of Arlington, Nebraska, the Ground Force John Deere. Former points champ in this class a few years ago.
Tater Wagon. Tater Wagon was 288.57, but he turned it down.
That's good, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Ryan Loganville from Coltrane Energy. Folks, go try a cold Coltrane. They got them on ice. They're super good. They're delicious. And you know where your money's going. You know what? Keep your money in the Midwest. Buy an energy drink. You know where the money's going. Right down in rural Missouri, Syracuse, Missouri. Thanks, Ryan Loganville, for all you guys do. Appreciate it. Yeah, the Tater Wagon went 220 or 288.57, but he turned it down.
Yep.
The first puller has that option. So
The 4-wheel drive truck classes. I need the Carols to move your Jeep as soon as possible. Carols, if you can move your tow vehicle, your Jeep. The Carol pulling team, you're blocking the road down here in the pits. It's super tight. We got to keep everything moving. So Tim Dunclaw went 279. So I was over there, and Curtis Jensen took the lead at 307.
Yep, while you were gone.
Yeah.
You were just touting how great the track was, and he just pulled out and took the lead.
Yeah. It's like he meant to do that. So it's all good.
Hey, big thanks to Case IH, the title sponsor of the Outlaws. Case IH isn't just built by farmers, it's sold, supported, and serviced by them too. The men and women at your local Case IH dealer understands what it takes to overcome the challenges of farming because they do it every day just like you do, which means they're the right people to help you find the equipment you need. Stop by and meet our farmers today or visit builtbyfarmers.com to learn more. Built by Farmers, Case IH. Next puller, Rick Bloom out of Ute, Iowa, the heartbeat of America, Chevrolet.
They said they can hear us announcing and pulling in the swine barn, Ron.
In the swine barn?
Yeah.
Do you have friends in the swine barn today?
I actually do. Mark Fisher. My buddy Mark Fisher. What a great day, Ron. Man, I'm in a good mood. I don't know if it's because of the Coltrane energy or if I'm just happy to be here.
Combination of both. Rick Bloom with a nice hook. Now the tater wagon went 288 and change, and he turned it down. He obviously thought there was a better line out there on the track.
Denny Grote, Crazy 8 out of Dunlap, Iowa. Coming up next, Curtis Jensen still in the lead at 307 on our light limited pros. Again, Curtis Jensen, one of our ECI tractors.
313.24. Sorry, Jason. 313.24 for Rick Bloom, the heartbeat of America, with a nice number there. Grody takes the high side of the track, the far left side. The pullers, they can spot the sled wherever they like from one side to the other, as long as it's inside the boundaries of the track, inside the chalk boundaries. But nice hook there for Denny Grody and Crazy 8. 299.10. Jason, I wore my bright red shirt today. I was hoping if the governor was here, she'd see me in my shirt and come talk to me.
I feel like every time they bring the governor out, there's a bunch of state troopers around. Remember that first year we got a little nervous when we looked down. There was like 8 state troopers standing around our announcer stand.
Yeah, I could hear the walkie-talkie conversation now. Jason Schultz is in the vicinity. Please, added security.
Yep.
Sector 2.
I just wanted to take a selfie with her and put it on Facebook. I wanted to put her on Beer Money Pulling Team. So Curtis Jensen continues to lead. Fans, download the Outlaw Pulling app, and you can have up-to-date results right on your phone, right when you sit in the grandstands. Ron and Lori and I made our picks here at fullpull.us or the Full Pull app. I'm looking for Jerry Hannigan. That's Ron, finished second. Ron picked Jerry to go second in this class. Dunlap, Iowa, Jerry Hannigan. Coming up next.
Now, this truck here, Jason, interesting truck. It's the only one in this class with independent front suspension in the Pro Stock 4-wheel drive class.
IFS.
You got it. Hey, you got the lingo, buddy.
I went to the Google.
To the Google?
To the Google.
Yeah, Randy Johnson used to own this truck and drive it. Phil Kinney worked on the truck, was kind of like the crew chief. We lost Randy a couple of years ago, had a heart attack, and passed away. He won the Cowtown Showdown that year. Randy did. Really cool guy. Really nice
brown
guy.
Then. This is the new look.
The Grizzly, now it's the old Grizz. Phil Kinney, Winterset, Iowa. Oh, going to take some finesse over here. Lots of horsepower, but finesse to get it down there. Had to beat 313.24. 305.97. 305.97 for old Grizz.
What's going on?
Brad Lundell, report to your tractor. Brad Lundell, report to your tractor.
Chandler, mount that wireless camera up there on the camera 3 spot until Mackenzie figures that out, okay?
Jerry Hannigan, the Forever Red International out of Dunlap, Iowa. John Deere in the lead right now at 307.27. The Tasmanian Deere on top. Here comes Forever Red. Yeah. Jerry Hannigan, Forever Red out of Dunlap, Iowa. I think he's going to move the chains. That VP leader flag going to move up the track. Oh, 300.31. I thought he got him. Puts him in the number 2 spot. $300.31 feet. Miles Jumps, Ford pickup out of Mound City, Kansas. Miles got a couple wins this season with his Ford pickup. They all came in the same weekend, a Friday and Saturday in Rock Valley, Iowa. Miles Jumps swept the weekend at Thunder in the Valley this year. That is tough to do in any class for any puller. Thunder in the Valley, for example, Friday night, we had 97 hooks, I think, on Friday night at Thunder in the Valley this year. So it tells you just how many pullers attend that particular event. And to win both sessions, dang near impossible to do. Miles Jumps did it with his Pro Stock Ford called the Noise Complaint. Do we have any Ford fans here this afternoon? Ford people, help him out. Chevrolet in the lead at 313.24. Going to be close here. 302.96. 302.96 for Miles Jumps. He'll move into the number 3 spot. Now I'm thinking on these DOT tired pickups, it ain't all about horsepower. It's about finesse and where you apply the horsepower. If it was about all-out horsepower, they would simply hammer them right off the line. But it's going to take somebody who can read a track really well to find the perfect line out there. You can see there's some dry spots out there. We saw Dave Walters with his pass kicked up some dust right in the middle of the track. So wind's blowing, the sun's beating down on it. I don't think they're going to build a road here, Keith Hammonds. Keith, I don't think they're going to build a road here today. What do you think? The sun's beating down on it. There's a nice little breeze. It'll take some finesse. Chris Bates, the unknown international out of Keswick, Iowa. Chris Bates with a nice hook, takes the left side of the track. .09, 298.09 feet. Over here on the pickup side, the chain stretcher, Toby Vanderpool. Currently number 7 in the point standings. Comes out of Indianola, Iowa. Spots the sled on the left side. 313.24 the distance to beat. Now, Toby Vanderpool just did exactly what I said we haven't seen anybody do. He jumped on the throttle immediately. Pretty much dumped the clutch and hammered it. 287.79. 287.79 puts him in the number 4 spot. I don't think that's the ticket. I don't think that's the thing to do on this track. Very important to get that momentum, get the sled rolling, and then apply the power on a track like this. I don't think they're getting a lot to the ground there at the starting line. Lucas Severson coming up next on the Light Limited Pro Stock side. Grandpa's Dream John Deere out of Manila, Iowa. Currently number 6 in the point standings. Now, this class is commonly referred to as the 466 class, 466 cubic inch limit, 6-cylinder, inline 6 diesel engines, single turbocharger with a 3-inch limit on the intake side of the turbo. The diameter of that intake side is 3 inches. You can only have the one turbocharger. They run 24.5 maximum size width rear tires. They weigh in at 8,500 pounds with the driver in the seat. And they do run water injection. Now, a lot of people ask, what are they doing with water? Why are you injecting water in there with diesel fuel? Why are you injecting water in? Well, water actually cools down the incoming air charge. When the turbocharger compresses all that air with all the heat involved, it gets so hot, the exhaust gas temperatures are so high, it can literally melt the pistons in the block. So the water cools that incoming air charge down and also creates some horsepower with steam and creating more oxygen with the cooler air. So Lucas Sievertson, Grandpa's Dream, out of Manila, Iowa. Grandpa's Dream, Lucas Sievertson with a nice hook there. 298.19. They're all grouping them in there tight around that 300-foot mark. 298.19 for Lucas Sievertson and Grandpa's Dream. Out of DeWitt, Iowa, Lee Garrity, Chevrolet called Nasty. How far did it go? 272.09. 272.09 feet. All right, the Tater Wagon is coming back on his option hook. He went 288 and change on his first pull. As the first puller, he dropped it, took his option, so he'll be back. So he learned a little bit, Jason, off his first run. So he's obviously, he knew what he did wrong on this track. He said, if I had that to do over again, and he's like, well, I do have it to do over again. I'm the first puller. So he's coming back, and he'll apply what he learned on that first hook. That's Dave Walters out of Villisca, Iowa. You know what Villisca, Iowa is famous for? Not just because of Dave Walters.
No, I have no clue, Ron.
You watch those ghost shows on TV?
They have the house with the murder.
Villisca Axe Murder House. Yeah.
Crazy.
Said he just lives right down the road from there.
So we're at top 3 right now, Ron, in our light limited pro stock. I had to go take a look at a camera quick for Outlaw TV.
Hi, Kim.
Tasmanian Deer, Curtis Jensen, number 1 at 307.27. Jerry Hannigan, Forever Red. And Ron, that's a track where you picked to finish 2.
Yep.
To finish number 2. So he's in 2 right now at full pull.us. Crazy 8, Denny Grody in 3rd right now at 299. Blake Arnold's in 4th at 298.75. And then Lucas Sievertson just moved into 5th. 21 tough 8,500 light limited.
And they're
roads.
all grouping in right there tight around that 300-foot
and
mark. And
honestly, that's what it's supposed to be. The rules are similar.
Yep.
Get out here. You know, who has the right tire combination, the right air pressure, the right gear selection. They pick the right spot on the track. They put the weights properly on the tractor, Ron. Yep. So
everybody's taking the latest and greatest, in technology and parts, and it's amazing that they all can finish on a track that's 300+ feet long. They can finish that close together.
What a good track. I mean, it's a good track. It's taking power, making the guys and gals work for it. It's great. Shout out to Summer Brown. They're on their way. They're watching the live stream right now in the Toter home. The Browns, Summer Brown.
Oh yeah, they're on their way up, or
yep. She just sent me a picture. Oh, I turned up the pit a little bit, Ron. It's my fault.
You're good. You're good. I heard the change.
Well, because you're a country music artist.
I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. They wanted to hear us back here a little bit in the pit.
They want to hear us back there, really?
Well, they don't really hear us. They just want to know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
They just want to know what's going on. Tater wagon, not tater salad. Ron.
Dave Walters. Hey, I remember my grandpa's old tater wagon.
Yep.
Picking taters up out of the ground when they'd plow them up. Still got that old tater wagon. Got to beat 313.24. We're going both tracks same time here. Well, he took the same exact line he did the first time, right down the middle.
Like my mind doesn't know what to do, Ron.
Were you
going down the track
there?
at the same time? That was a drag race. We're all looking at Lori like, give us some numbers.
It was like Street Outlaws there for a moment.
Gary sled went 308.45.
308.45 for the tater wagon.
Jason, you went 274.80.
274.80 for Kent England. 274.80.
Yeah, tater wagon. He'll move into number 2. He improved. He went 20 more feet.
Yeah, he
did improve over. Moved into the number 2 spot. Tough track out here for these pickups.
Who's in the lead right now on our Pro Stock 4x4s?
Rick Bloom, the heartbeat of America. Chevrolet out of Ute, Iowa. He won at 313.24.
Shout out to East Central Iowa today for all of they got 5 or 6 entries in this 85 limited pro class here with Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. Coming up next, Kyle Sullivan, the silent partner unknown, Case IH 400 HD out of Manchester, Iowa. He is your defending East Central Iowa 466 Limited Pro. East Central Iowa calls it 466 Limited Pro. Outlaws call it Light Limited Pro. 3rd year for this tractor. He pulled a super stock 4x4 truck for years. You would know his dad, DJ Sullivan, his sister, Stacy Sullivan. So, got a lot of good things going there. Run a fabrication towing business in Manchester. Take over, Kaya. We're running 4 cameras today. We got this one back here for B-roll, on the scale.
100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
The passion to make this season better than the last. Since the beginning, it's been our goal too. Ours is a story of innovation, but there's still work to be done. Because as you know all too well, success doesn't come to those who wait.
Do we have audio?
Kyle Sullivan, silent partner unknown out of Manchester, Iowa.
See, that's one of those names. What's the story behind the name on this one?
I don't know. I'm not a good announcer. I didn't go out and do my homework today. I'll go find out.
I don't know either, and I've announced this tractor a few times.
I'm going to leave right now, and I'm going to go find out.
Go ask him right now.
Yeah. Kyle, why'd you name your tractor this? I'm going to go find DJ. So they were 4x4 gas truck pullers for years. So
got Thomas Hinkle over here on the pickup side to bring in the Heat Dodge, the first Mopar out of Montezuma, Iowa. Wow.
Nice pass. Nice pass.
Pretty tractor, too.
So that's your defending ECI champion hooking here today with the Outlaws. Going to get his distance here. 307 is the lead. Curtis Jensen's in the lead. Goes 306.75. Going to move him into second.
Thomas Hinkle, his Dodge out of Montezuma, Iowa, going to come up short of that VP leader flag.
Kyle Sullivan just moved into second with the silent partner unknown at 306.75.
290.62 feet, 290.62 for Thomas Hinkle.
Robbie Carruthers, colorblind out of Albernet, Iowa. Another one of those East Central Iowa tractors. Happy to have them with us today. Shout out to Ryan Seek. He gave me some notes on the ECI guys. Robbie's out of Albernet, Iowa. He's new to this class in 2023. Was previously a super farm in 21. This tractor was. He farms, he raises club lambs, and has a trucking company. He's currently 6th in the points with East Central Iowa. So Robbie Carruthers, colorblind. This is a former super farm tractor as well. But in the light limited pro class now, 466 cubic inch, single turbo underneath the hood. These tractors are probably making that 1,300 horsepower range would be my guess for a rough range, maybe 1,200, 1,300. I'll find out for sure. If I'm wrong, somebody will text me and let me know. Again, shout out to you fans for coming out today. If you're thirsty, go grab yourself a Coltrane energy drink. Ron and I are up here drinking Coltrane energy drinks right now. We have the owner up here a little bit ago, Ryan Loganville. Good dude. Believes in America, believes in USA, has the same values as the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pullers do about work hard, play hard, keep it here.
Yeah, also I like knowing where my money is going when I buy a product, and that's awesome. We can keep it here in the Midwest. Somebody that has the same values as I do, you know what I mean? That's cool. Big thanks to DeKalb, the official seed corner of the Outlaws. You push yourself to be the best every season. DeKalb brand knows that feeling as well. That's why they're a proud sponsor of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. DeKalb brand, never settle. DeKalb.com. Organics Midwest. Harness the power of Bio 800 Plus with over 800 species of live soil microbes to build soil health, increase yield, and reduce the need for fertilizer. It all comes down to soil health and investing in the legacy of your family's farm. Learn more at organicsmidwest.com. Chevrolet coming up out of Nevada, Iowa. Borrowed Time Chevy. This is Chance Steffes coming up.
Thank you, Ron. I want to thank you for ordering the weather. Yeah,
I especially
I don't give you
ordered
a lot of compliments, but for this one,
yep, I put a little prayer into God and said, please give us really nice weather for the Iowa State Fair.
High 70s, low 80s, sun, partly cloudy, nice
Beautiful.
breeze.
I almost got a chill with that breeze right there.
It feels good.
I just had a cold drink, a Coltrane, and got a chill.
Going tractor side first. Robbie Carruthers, colorblind. I like it when they race him, Ron.
Do you like it when Lori gives you that parental tone when she tells you something? She looks over the top of her glasses and tells you something. You better listen, buddy.
Iowa State Fair, meet Lori Bauer. She's the queen. Kurt's the owner, but Lori runs it.
Lori keeps us in line up here.
She's in charge. So, Albernet, Iowa's own colorblind Robbie Carruthers going to be leaving that starting line probably about 5,000 RPMs as he steps on that throttle with his right hand. And away he goes. Well, I think they found the side of the track they're going to run the rest of the day. Around that bottom half over there would be my guess. I'll get his distance here for you in just a second.
Chance Steffes gets the green flag. Is Chevrolet out of Nevada, Iowa, called Borrowed Time.
Hey, Ron, real quick, I was 297.59 for Robbie Carruthers. 297.59 over there on the grandstand track.
$271.41 for Chance Steffes. 271 and 41. Virgil Stewart up next. Truck called Overkill out of Ogden, Iowa. Coltrane Energy, launched by a group of guys from rural Missouri working in construction, trucking, and agriculture. On a mission to provide a product that represented their values and the values this great country was built on. Coltrane Energy salutes those who work hard every day to keep America running, to those who keep America safe, and to those who keep America free. American-made energy so you can keep rolling coal throughout your day. ColtraneEnergy.com.
For those of you watching home on outlawpulling.tv, let us know what you think of our new leaderboard. It's something Kaya and Mackenzie and Doug and Chandler and Hope and everybody have been working on, so shout out to them.
You know, but really, if you're home watching Outlaw TV right now, shouldn't you be at work right now?
No,
Jeez.
I hope some people are at work right now. That would make
watching.
me happy. It's like NCAA time, Ron. Everybody's pretending to be
right.
working. So, man, so happy to see all you great, happy fans in the grandstands.
Happy announcers up here in the Crow's Nest. I'm happy. I'm
Happy.
Everybody's happy. Lori's happy.
Just a quick update on our top 5 on our light limited pro on the grandstand side. Tasmanian Deer sitting in the top spot at 307. Silent Partner Unknown in second at 306. Forever Red at 300 right now in third. Crazy 8 at 298. Minor Disturbance is in fifth at 298.75. 9 feet separating the top 5 tractors right now. About 6 inches. 6 inches separating first and second. That's how competitive it is. As we see Mike Hole driving the mighty Case MX out of Oskaloosa, Iowa, coming up next. And our 85 Light Limited Pro. In between classes, we have 2 lovely ladies up here with us from iHeartRadio. Now, so you guys own WHO, or how do I say this properly? Can I just say whatever I want? iHeartRadio owns WHO, and WHO is the sponsor, right? So you were Kaylee, you're Lydia. You're Lydia. Lydia, tell us about iHeartRadio a little bit.
Yeah, so with iHeartRadio, we're here with the Big Show on from 11 to 1 every day. Bob Quinn and David Geiger at Big Show Farm if you want to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. But really excited to see so many of you in the crowd today and excited for a great poll.
Do you like truck and tractor pulls?
Yes, this has been really fun today.
Are you just saying that because I want genuine? Tell me what you love about the sport of truck and tractor pulling.
Well, my roommate at school actually does this. She's from Illinois.
Who is it?
Her name's Ashley Althouse.
I know Ashley Althouse. I know her name. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, no, I'm a big pulling fan. This is a small world.
Well, her family's from Sublette, Illinois, but she's told me so much. I followed her doing it, so I'm really excited to be here. And it was really fun this morning to have all the kids out for the pedal pull. So it's been a great day.
Yeah, how many numbers did you have out there?
Upwards of 100. We'll have to get the final count, but it was a really great turnout.
Thank you for sponsoring the State Fair poll. Appreciate you.
Mike Hole, the mighty Case MX out of Oskaloosa, Iowa, taking a shot there at the leader. Virgil Stewart, overkill out of Ogden, Iowa.
Mike Hole with the mighty Case MX went 286.54. He just drove off the track down there from Oskaloosa, Iowa. Does not shake up that top 5. We're going to get Ron's distance here for you and our Pro Stock 4x4 trucks.
298.92 feet for Virgil Stewart. 298.92 for the overkill Chevy.
My top 5's mix. Ron, have you had much shake up in your top 5 in a while?
Nope. Second puller, Rick Bloom. Set the mark at 313.24. Nobody's got near him since. Closest truck was 305.97. The old Grizz, Phil Kinney, in the number 2 spot. Nope. Take that back. Dave Walters on his option pass moved into number 2. Phil Kinney is number 3 right now. Miles jumps in 4th.
So, Ron.
Yes.
We made our picks a little bit earlier.
We did.
On fullpull.us. Next up over there, just Iowa. Yeah, there. The spare time.
Iowa, yes.
You picked him to win.
I picked him, and I picked Hannigan for second. What's he in third now? So
yeah, let's check. Yeah. So we were again, all of you can play the games too at fullpull.us or the Full Pull app in your store. It's something coming to pull You pick winners, you win cash. So it's a lot of fun. A couple different games here. So I got Tasmanian Deer number 1 at 307, Silent Partner Unknown at 306 and second, Forever Red in third. That's a tractor you picked to be in second. Crazy 8, Denny Grody, and Minor Sturbitz in fifth right now. That's my top 5. So, but I picked Wiggins to win. He's coming up in 2. So this is fun, Ron.
Yeah,
What did
that's
Lori?
a good pick. That's a good pick.
How'd Lori do here? Lori picked Kent England with all jacked up to win. And then she picked Brad Lundell to get second. So spare time, Brady Gossler. He is doing really, really well this year in the points. He's currently second in the points, 13 behind the Demon Deer. Wildside Hargens Tractors in third, Dark Horses in fourth, Inches Matter in fifth. Again, you get 30 points for first. You get 28 for second, and then 27 for third.
28 for first, 26 for second. You get a 1 point bonus if you win, basically. Nice. So it's 28 for.
I've never won an outlaw poll, so I'm not using.
You did get second, though. I know you
West
got
Point, Nebraska.
West Point, Nebraska.
That's why I will never pick George Beyer.
And that George Beyer.
He snuck out there last hook.
That old George Beyer.
Yeah, he did it.
He had an awesome run the other night. Did you see that?
He has a tough run in tractor. Here we go. Brady Gossler, second in the points. Let's see what he's got for the Iowa State Fair. Fans, do we have a new leader? No, Ron, I can tell by their enthusiasm.
or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof, that we do not have a new leader. 283.454. 283.
Chad Mears, how you doing, buddy? Chad, doing all right?
Is that the bad news guy? Are you the bad news guy? Isn't that what your truck's called? I'm just picking on you, Chad.
Here comes your number 2 truck in points right now. Brett Stamps, the troublemaker. Ooh. Brett Stamps with a nice pull.
Awesome pass. Awesome pass. Todd Bowles, make your way to the announcer stand. Todd Bowles, make your way to the announcer stand, please. We have 4 left in our light limited pro class.
306.57 puts Brett Stamps and the troublemaker in third.
Oh, I thought that was a good hook. Ron, have they moved the sled much over here on the pit side?
They have. Class? They pulled it down here on the right side. They've started up on the top side. They're still trying to figure it out, Jason. They're still trying to figure it out. I think right now they're just rolling the dice is what it's going to come to now. Flip a coin, roll the dice, take a gamble.
I feel like in the past, Ron, we've seen some really good passes right on this white line right in front of us up here.
Yeah, year 1 and 2. Yeah. Year 1 they were.
I saw Jesse Geiza on my dad's old tractor, the Black 10. He went right by us. Man, it was money. He laid one way out there, and that was the first year.
Yep. And
then last year, Dean Hollicky won with Killing Time. So, and he ran the middle track up there. So, looks like Mike Hargens out of Schleswig, Iowa, with the wild side John Deere is going to try the far, hug that left line up there on the grandstand side, Ron.
Yeah, he's having a good year this year.
Yes, he is. He's third in points. Side. Yep, he's third points.
He got a couple of wins. In Macon.
No, it's Wiggins.
It's Wiggins.
You're right.
You're right. I didn't think he won Macon.
I don't see. He won Rock Valley.
Rock Valley Session 1.
Yep.
We got a second place in Britt, Iowa. He's having a good season. Second place in what is that? Humboldt, Iowa. Good run in John Deere.
And fans, a couple Fridays ago, we had our first ever show on ESPN2. Outlaws from Rock Valley, Iowa. Ron's voice was a beautiful voiceover.
My dad said he saw it again. They replayed it again a couple days ago. So.
She did say when they had some spots, they were going to pop it on ESPN2 for us. So if you ever see truck and tractor pulling on your TV guide, on your screen, it'll be our Outlaw show from Rock Valley, Iowa. So pretty cool experience there. Mike Hargens, Wildside, Schleswig, Iowa. The wild thing, this truck is came from 8 miles from my house at Richland Center. It was the Dole family owned it. So here we go, Wildside, John Deere, Mike Harkins out of Schleswig, Iowa.
He's close. I don't think he got past him, though.
That's the first one, Ron. We really see one spot the sled up there at the top of the thing. And you've heard Ron and I say spot the sled. Look down to the starting line right now. See that orange cone down there? Somebody in that crew will move that around, and that's where they back the sled up to.
That truck right there, he's working on a win. He's coming off a second-place hook in Macon the night before in West Point. He got a third-place hook. One of the few Dodges you see out here in competition in this Pro Stock pickup class.
Yes, it is. Mike Harkins goes 295.712. 295.712.
Alan Bramo goes 306.05. Stamps, the truck right before him, went 306.57.
Stacking them in there. Tasmanian Deer, you're tough to beat. Out of Greeley, Iowa, Curtis Jensen in the lead at 307.
What to get him between?
Silent Partner Unknown at 306. Forever Red, 300.31. Those are your top three right now. Get three in each class. I just want to get you guys up here. Do that. That way you're ready to go.
We want to do.
Good thing because you're in shape. Hey, want a cookie? Hey! Yes.
Yeah,
Mark Wiggins coming up next.
Tough John Deere right here, your points leader.
This is the one I picked for the win here today on the Full Pull app, Ron. Prairie City, Iowa's own, the Demon Deer, Mark Wiggins.
Folks, if you're leaning on a concrete barrier on the pit side, need to get back 5 feet. Concrete barrier on the pit side, get back 5 feet.
Demon Deer is in the points lead. Hooked to the sled. He's going to run that top side of the track. Right there, fans, is why he's leading the points with the Outlaws this year. Is it enough to take over the lead? 307 and change. Curtis Jensen's had the lead for a long time. 300.81. It's going to put him in the top five and not take over the lead. 300.81.
Here comes the Bad News Chevrolet out of St. Joe, Missouri, Chad Mears. Well, that one's a do-over. We'll back him up, give him one more shot here. Didn't break the 100-foot mark. Every puller has two opportunities within the first 100 foot. We're going to talk to the fine folks in between classes here from Holganics Midwest, one of our sponsors, as well as the folks from Titan. Kim Bacardi from Titan, maker of Goodyear Farm Tires. Chad Mears, Bad News Chevrolet. That was not exactly Chad's plan. I think he was trying to come out easy and get it rolling, and it didn't work out for him. Bit really hard, had a big gear in it. .259.94 feet for Chad Mears and Bad News. Mike Mason Brink, 2022 points champ, coming up next on the tractor side. Gretna, Nebraska is where he calls home. The tractor's called Inches Matter. Coming off a win Friday night in West Point, Nebraska, and a second place hook in Macon, Missouri on Saturday. Mike's been looking for that first win all season. Finally got one this past Friday. Mike coming off a rough start to his 2023 season. Lost his father early in the season. Missed a couple of hooks. But looking like he's in championship form here as of late. With a win Friday and a second place hook on Saturday. The Inches Matter John Deere is back on track here. Mark Wiggins went 300.81. The leader, Curtis Jensen, at 307.27. That's the mark to beat. So defending points champ in the Pro Stock four-wheel drive class coming out as well. Two defending points champions here on the track at the same time. Keith Hammond's the bipolar Chevy. The next four-wheel drive pickup in the Pro Stock pickup class. Mike Mason-Brink waiting on the green flag, and he's got it now. Inches Matter. Got to beat 307.27 to get past the Tasmanian Deer. Mason Brink with a good-looking pull.
That's a tractor I picked to finish second behind Wiggins and our little full pull contest there, fullpull.us.
Keith Hammond's the bipolar Chevy. Now, that truck has had 6 wins in a row, Jason. 6 wins in a row.
It's tough to beat, Ron. That truck is tough to beat.
He's won the points championship 5 out of the last 6 years.
Mike Mason-Brink with 300.859. 300.859. That's going to move him into, let's see here, refresh my Outlaw pulling app. Into the 3rd spot right now. Way to go, Mr. Mason-Brink.
Over here on the truck side, Jason, Hammond's had to beat Rick Bloom. It was sitting in the lead at 313.24. The bipolar Chevy looking for his 7th win in a row. Takes the lead at 316.33. Nice hook for Keith Hammonds. The bipolar Chevy out of Green City, Missouri.
George Byer, can you hear me? Side piece. Can you hear me, George? Give me a thumbs up. I'd like to request some extra tech on that tractor.
some extra scrutiny from the tech officials, yes.
He kept me from getting my only win last year, George. I just wanted one. Sideboard, you damn John Deere guys. George, I wanted one. West Point, Nebraska. I was all excited. He was last hook. So he's a cool-looking dude, though. I mean, look at him. Yeah.
Well, he's a drummer.
Shiny. I see you got some new solar panels there, George.
George is a drummer, man. He's got to be cool.
Brad Lundell. I'm pretty sure Brad won this last year. Or did he win it the first year, Ron?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like a true announcer.
Exactly. Yes, he did win. I think it was last year. Could have been the first year, but I do think it was last year.
I like his line. couple tractors that slid it down here earlier. We saw Mason Brink and we saw our points leader, Mr. Wiggins, put on the top side of the track. I like this line, Brad Lundell. It's kind of this bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, Ron. Nobody's really got close to Jensen in quite a while. Well, Mason Brink just did. These guys at 300.
Well, he's looking for the walk-off win here.
Yeah.
He's the last puller.
He's doing who's that really good hitter for the California Angels? The guy from Japan. What's his name? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Yoki Yasumoto or whatever. The really good baseball player for the California Angels. He's a pitcher and he's a baseball player. Just shake your head. Yes, that's how he gets it.
That's him. Yep.
Kyron, Iowa. Johnny, be good. Did he do it? 307 and change. Tasmanian.
Hard to tell. We don't have the angle here.
He need to go 307. How about 311? There's your winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Johnny, he likes this Iowa State Fair.
He does. He loves this track. And you know what's cool about Lundell now?
And Lori
you picked him?
She picked him to finish second.
Oh. Tough luck,
Lori. I'm going to eat your cookie now, you bad girl.
You know what's cool about now that Brad Lundell's done pulling here in a little bit, I expect he'll be bringing us some pork sandwiches here in a little bit.
We'll have a couple pork sandwiches up here, Brad. You're buying.
We'll celebrate with you, Brad.
He's part of the pork producers.
We'll celebrate with you, buddy. Bring us those pork sandwiches.
I mean,
two. I was gonna put you on the spot while you were chewing on your cookie there.
I would have rolled with it. Hey, fans, we're going to take a quick 15-minute intermission after these next two trucks. Get the sleds reweighted here for the rest of the show. We're going to throw some stuff in the crowd. We got some sponsor presentations just to give you a little heads up on that. Just a shorty.
Here comes Nathan Breheim out of Sedalia, Missouri, the Breaking Loose Chevrolet.
It's Shoei Atani. Somebody watching on TV. I just got a text message, Ron, from Tim Blankspore, who does all the social media for Rock Valley. He says, I'm watching Outlaw TV at work. Don't tell my boss. Oh, was I not supposed to say that out loud?
Who was it?
Tim Blankspore.
Oh, he's watching
at work. He's watching the Iowa State Fair on Outlaw pulling, but he said don't tell his boss.
Oh, he's good. He's good with us.
I think he's okay.
Yeah, we're good. We won't tell on him. 310.38 for Nathan Breheim. 310.38 puts him in the number 3 spot.
So I'm going to read off my top 5 here.
Go for it.
Johnny, be good. We saved the best for last. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Brad slid the sled to the bottom side of the track and did the walk-off win at 311.26. Tasmanian Deer in second at 307.27. Silent Partner Unknown. Kyle Sullivan's going to go third at 306.75. Mike Masonbrink in Inches Matters goes 300.85. Mark Wiggins, our current points leader in the Outlaws, finishes in 5th at 300.81. 6 is going to go to Forever Red. Somebody's got a cool Jake break there. 6th place goes to Forever Red. Jerry Handigan at 300.31. Denny Grody. 7th, Minor Disturbance, Blake Arnold. 8th, Grandpa's Dream, Lucas Severson, number 9. Chris Bates and the Unknown out of Keswick. Top 10 at the Iowa State Fair, Ron. That's worth the pork sandwich.
That's for the pork sandwich.
That is for the pork sandwich.
One truck to go over here. We'll take a short intermission and talk to some folks from Hoganics Midwest, as well as Titan International, maker of Goodyear farm tires. Marty Selman going to be the last hook here in the Pro Stock 4x4 class. The Rat Trap Ford finished second last season in the point standings. Came right down to the wire between Marty and his wife. They're a husband and wife pulling team. And it came right down to them and Keith Hammonds at the end of the season. Keith Hammonds beat him out for his 5th championship. And Selman's currently number 6 in the points. Got hurt in the points kind of bad last weekend on Thursday night. We pulled Thursday, Friday, Saturday. On Thursday night, they broke the rear end in the truck, busted the ring and pinion, couldn't get a new one that fast, so they had to sit out the next 2 nights and were unable to hook with a busted truck. Got one win on the season down in Warrensburg, Missouri at the end of July. The old Rat Trap won all the marbles there at the Show Me Shootout.
We saved the best for the last on the grandstand track, Ron.
Ford, where's my Ford people? Any Ford people in the house? Make some noise. Last truck. Got to be 316.33 Marty Selman in the Rat Trap.
It's right on that number, Ron. Right on that number.
$314.77. He'll move into the number 2 spot. Give you the rundown here in just a moment. Nice hook for Marty Selman.
All right, fans, if you want to grab something to eat, go grab yourself a Coltrane energy drink. Go see the people at Schaefer Oil. We're going to do a quick intermission here. Get the sleds resetted for the rest of the show. We're going to throw some swag. We're going to talk to some of our sponsors. We'll be with you shortly. Fans, we got the merchandise trailer out back as well. Go see Delton and Diesel Plus back there. Diesel Power Plus, excuse me. For those of you watching at home or at work, like Tim Blankesper, while you're working, you're watching Outlaw Pulling TV, this would be a good chance for you to maybe run to the bathroom, go make a sandwich, head down to the break room, have a little bit of fun there.